swarming. Yeah, the red spot is moving off. Hey, the red spot's right. Oh, I gotta change the size of that pen. How about? Red spot's right there. Okay. I can try to tweak. MallinCam Sky software works on any of the SkyRaider cameras. AG 1.2C, DSM, DSC, SLP, the DS 2.3 Plus, the DS 16M, DS 16C, any of those USB cameras, except the StarVision. The StarVision has its own software. But you cannot use this with, say, an Extreme or an Exterminator. Strictly USB cameras. Termite, one dead. But that's the view with the DS. And what's nice about it, I mean, you can see that I got the histogram set from 0 to 100. That's 150. Another 75 or so. And then I can go ahead and play with the exposure right now is 8 milliseconds. I can go a little bit shorter maybe. That's about 6.4, 6.5, 6 milliseconds. You can play with the gain. The gain is so I had it around 2. That's 2.28. And what other adjustments do I have? You could go with the color adjustments. You can do a white balance. The red spot comes out a little bit better, but you'll lose a lot of the colors. I can increase the red a little. Oh yeah, I can do stacks on the fly. So let me stop that. I'm going to leave that where that has it. I'll show you the stacking. Here is live stack. I can average stack for a planetary view. I can average, let's average 4. And it's supposedly averaging them. You can see what it does. It really controls the jitter. Supposedly, this is a rolling stack of 4. When it gets to 5, then the first one's out. When it gets to 6, the second one's out. Supposedly, but as soon as you unclick it, then it goes back to the roll. Plus, I'm zoomed in at 300%. There's termite, 100% view. Let's go back to stack. So that's a live stack of 4. Let me disable this. Let me go to 10. You can pick as many as you want. Watch little termites flitter by. I wish they had a sharpness. That's the one thing that's missing from the software is sharpness. And of course, if you wanted to go to a grayscale, you can make it into a gray image by just going to click. So now it's in grayscale. And maybe increase the exposure a little. I'll go back to color. No, where is it? Back to color. Now I'll have to reduce the exposure. I was at what, 8 or 6 or something? Well, let's pause. I started recording again. Let me try tweaking focus. Too much. Too much. Okay. And the image is flipped left to right. So let me flip horizontally. Okay, that's the way it should be, with the red spot moving off on the right. Because the image scale is smaller, I'd really need to put the Barlow in to, yeah. Okay, let me adjust contrast. Really needs a Barlow. And the bigger the sensor, the lower the power, the wider the field of view. These termites are just, I prefer the view with the for Jupiter, I prefer the view with the AG 1.2C. Okay, now I'm going to turn the camera. I'm zooming in. Let me turn the camera. Yeah, the red spot's moving off now, even more. Let's see. Camera turned. Okay. And I think I have a dust bunny on Jupiter. Bump, let's go to 75. Bump, let's go to 125. Okay. Okay. So this is the StarVision. And boy, an NVIDIA wants to upgrade this card. Nope, not now. Color, saturation. Can increase the saturation a little. Okay. And then let's see. This is the StarVision. MallinCams StarVision. It's a yes, StarVision. What I like about the StarVision, if you look in the, you have a sharpness in the function. You can get really crazy with sharpness, which the other software doesn't have. And it also has an inverse. But I'm going to raise the red to around, okay, raise them all to around 1. Okay. 96. 1. Lower the red a little bit. Oh no, wait a minute. So they're all set at 1. Where's the histogram? Okay, I can lower the maybe go to about 200. I mean, there's 200 on a histogram. Black level. Nope, I want to go down with the black level. Where's the gamma? Sharpness is at 14. Let's go to sharpness. That's a little bit too much. Let me lower the sharpness now that I've zoomed in. Let me turn the sharpness feature off. The sharpness is off. I mean, you can scroll out in 5% increments just by clicking on the magnifying glasses. I'm right now at 200. You have gain here. Right now my exposure is 6 milliseconds. So it's easy to change exposure just by now. Does this one have stacking? Trigger, no. I don't think this one has stacking. Color. Wait, I think it did. Wait a minute. Capture, import, export, auto exposure. I've generally used this one just on the sun. I have not used it very much on, as you can tell, on planetary. I thought there was a stacking. I thought it had stacking, but it didn't have star alignment. Image list, guide, histogram. Okay, where did it go? Yeah, yes. Flame stack or mean. You can mean stack 10. See what it does. And then you can turn it off. And back on. Yeah, so you can stack. The thing is, it does not have star registration. So if you're in an Aldaz mount, the stars would not register perfectly and you get blurred images. But on an equatorial mount that's fairly well aligned, you can do the feature and it works quite well. Did rock ever get on? You could, yeah, you could. If I change the exposure, like right now I'm in 6 milliseconds, so let's go to 2 milliseconds, and then let's go to stack 3, and let's see what it does. I've never tried that. See, that's stack 3. Much shorter exposure, and it stacked them on the fly. That's adding the images. Let's go to 4. So that's adding 4, and you can see the counter on the right, 1 of 4 through 4 of 4. Stop that. Now we're now back to originally to a 2 millisecond exposure. So to see it live, around 6. Oh, termites. That's the wrong way. I'm thinking that's some details in the north belt. That the gray spots you're seeing, those are details in the belts themselves. You can actually see some fine splits in the belts when it stabilizes. What time is it now? It's 8:40. Gee, did rock ever get on? Let me see. Son of a gun. Termites flying everywhere. I'm the only game in town. I see that. Hi, Rich. Yeah, I was hoping Rock was going to get on, but then I looked at his weather and noticed that the clouds had moved back into Ogdensburg. So I think he got clouded out. I'm looking at Sky Tools. The red spot is just about moved off the limb. Why is it defaulted? Yeah, the red spot's right here, moving off the limb. Where's your map? Where are you? I guess it could be worse. Y'all been getting the West has been getting its share of snow and rain this year. My wife called Bryce Canyon today to make reservations at the campground uh, before the Grand Canyon Star Party. Her last remembrance of, I mean, not Bryce Canyon, Lake Powell, was that had dried up. And she asked him, and he said, "Nope, the lake is back full again for a change." She hadn't been there in 30 years, and she said it was really sad seeing how low the lake was. But this is the StarVision. Gain is set to minimum 2 out of, is it 50? 25? What is it? 100. 2 out of 100. Minimum gain. Okay. And the exposure time is 7 milliseconds. And come on. Termites. Damn. Time of year they swarm around here. What was that? I'm still broadcasting, so what happened? Termites. Yep, termites. May is termite swarming month. Okay, these are the workers, I guess, looking for a new place for a colony. I don't know. You go into some place like the French Quarter, and it's like clouds of termites. Here, it's not too bad, but they're attracted by the light on the monitor. And my red lights, I guess, inside the dome, so I guess I turn those down. Okay. Oh well, the camera's not doing too bad. I think it's let me move. I'll move the mount and you can tell. I thought it was like one of those gray bands. See, it moves with it. One of those gray clouds right below the band, between the dark band and the. Let me zoom in. I'll go to 400 and then back. See, that is an actual feature in that band. Let me go back out to about 350. That's 350. Let me see if I can tweak it any. It just. I'm trying to tweak this. This is one of those Rajalensis electric focusers. Too much. Well, John, hopefully one of these days, Sky and I will get back to the village, and hopefully we'll have a house of our own down there when next time we get there. So who knows? It's a work in progress. Hi, Bob. We're just playing with a bunch of different cameras tonight on Jupiter. I went from the AG 1.2C Then I went to the DS 2.3 Plus, and now I'm with the StarVision, despite what the title says. And it's not, I'm not at f20, I'm at f8, so let me change that. VRC 10 CF at f8. Okay, so now I'll get the right title up, hopefully. Let me. Yes, that's the same dark spot we're seeing. Yep, that is. That is it. We're seeing that dark spot. That is cool. Huh. Good night, John. Stuttgart, Germany. Okay. Let me see if I stack a few of these, if it stabilizes. Let's see. Let me go to image. Let me mean stack 4. Let me zoom in to 400. If you take the stack off, then you see the bouncing. Let me bounce out to about 300. And try the stacking again. Atmosphere tweak. Let me try tweak and focus. That's 200. And the dark spot does not show up in a negative, does it? No, it does not. If you flip it to mono, stands out a little bit better with mono. Bring that to 150. Try to push up the black a little. No, that didn't help with the black. That didn't help with the dark spot. That's about the best I'm going to get it, guys. Let me throw the auto guider back in one last time. Pause it. Okay. See if I can tweak any. That's about the best I'm going to get it. Not bad for a 200 and something dollar auto guiding camera. And Bob, what Rich was just showing his weather map, he was talking about getting some snow. Rich, could you email me that link to that dark spot? I'd like to look at it back when I get into the house in a little bit. Yeah, show the red spot almost totally off now. Okay. Well, guys and gals, I am going to shut it down for tonight. I just wanted to do a quick test. I was hoping that Rock would be on. I talked to him this morning and he was very optimistic, but obviously the weather did not cooperate. So I'll be signing off, and if it's clear tomorrow, maybe I'll try this again. Y'all have a good evening. Good night for now.